This project I want to accomplish a couple things. One of the things I wanted to do is this arbor outside. The wind just blows it over, so I'm going to put angle bracings on the sides. I want to mount solar panels at an angle right up there. I have a couple out here right now, and that humming that you might hear on the microphone is a EcoFlow. And what I'm doing right now is I just run an extension cord in right now because I suffer from really bad allergies here. And I just run 24/7, a couple different air filters, three actually, and charge my phones all from the solar. So what I'd like to do is, instead of having these things leaning up against these patio chairs and just looking horrible, I wanted to put it up there and try to give it more shade against the wall, help keep the house cooler in the summer. And it'll be angled up to capture a good amount of sun in the winter too. And right now, I mean, I'm already, even though I run all these fans and or air filters, I'm at 100% by noon, no problem. And it'll run all night. First thing first is I got these angle braces ready to go. And I just need to make sure it's level and straight, button up those braces. I wanted to wait till a little bit later in the evening so most of my backyard is a bit more shaded. What I'm doing is I'm trying to use Unistrut. These pieces are $35, and I have a little bit heavier duty ones that I think I'm going to use for the ones that run the long distance between two. So I will have a tiny bit of overhang, about inches or less, on both ends going over the two sides here. So what I think I need to do is, these are for centers, the ones that go between panels. Right now they're holding it. It's fine, but I think I might try to find ones that work just on the ends. But I'm doing 4 on the end, 2 in the middle. Maybe I should just do 4. I think I have enough. And then 4 on the other end. What this will work out is I can cut these long center pieces that go right here. I can cut those in exactly in the middle and end up with 4 pieces, and I only need 3. And then I have 2 of these longer ones, but I think I want to use the thicker, heavier gauge ones. Those are $40 a piece right now. Those I want to use to run the lengths. And that's how I'm going to mount the solar panels to the framework. And then these bottom pieces I'll show you what they'll mount to. The low end will be mounted to this piece. And as you can see, it's on a bit of a hinge. And so the angle can be adjusted. And the height of this can be adjusted with these. And you run out a center tube. This is what I'm going to put in the back by the roof. And that one will be in the... So the tall one will come up here. And then the little ones will be up here. And south is that way. In case you were wondering, it goes washer, lock washer, nut. This got stiff using the 3 bolts. I think that brought down the middle. But I am going to put the longer lag in the middle on the other 2 now. See how I can get them all put together, and then see if I can get the framework up this evening, and maybe even the solar panels, so I don't have to do it in the sun tomorrow. To get it even on both sides, I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 holes. and then I screw it in. I will tighten everything up before we put the solar panels on. Just want to get everything put in. Actually, I'm going to do the same side, or same thing to both of these sides. Before I put these on, and they aren't good, they're loose, they didn't go tight, and so I'm going to show you what I've been putting on. I got these brackets on Amazon, and they are made for Unistrut. It's made for this size, and I have the thinner or smaller one up on top. I've replaced and mounted all of them right here. It is way more sturdy, way more solid, so I'm feeling more confident about getting the solar panels up. So I'm installing these are all 3/8, and there's only like 1 or 1.5 inch bolts, and I got 3 for each connection. As you can see now, it's really solid, stable, doesn't slide around. So now I can put the panels on. Okay, so it's the next day and I wanted to give you an update. So I had wired each solar panel into one of these connectors. It allows up to 5 solar panels, and then it goes into the EcoFlow. Now I was only getting max 265 watts of input. And so I did some research online, and then I changed it. So I plugged the positive of this panel into the negative of this panel. So it leaves a positive and negative into the grouping. Same thing with this panel. And now I'm getting 400 watts. Here you can see it's going up to just over 400 and just under 400. And I'm almost at 99% already. And I'm currently running this swamp cooler. And this swamp cooler does 2 things. It humidifies the dry air in the house and it keeps it cool. So I'm supplementing, trying to cool the house completely off of solar so that the AC doesn't have to run as much, since we're in the 90s this week. I keep this on my nightstand in the room here at 72.3 with the 57 humidity. And in the actual house, you can see that it's actually 74. And so it keeps that room a couple degrees cooler than the rest of the house. So instead of just having a solar generator that maybe you'd save for emergencies or whatnot, it's nice to put it into use on a daily basis and also have available for taking on a camp outing or whatever else you might want to do with it. And it ensures that it's working well and getting use. One other thing that I do in the swamp cooler is I actually add essential oils to the top of the tray. And that I eucalyptus and peppermint usually, and that helps with my my nose, with the allergies and everything. So something to consider.